He was good then and he's good now.
Okay.
Even my mother was like, finally she's getting some decent dick in her life.
Getting dick down like she deserves.
Right. That's just something that I'm happy for the Netflix audience to know.
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm here with comedian Catherine Ryan, and these are her Netflix 9. Okay, so before we start, because I was a big fan of your special, Glitter Room, and you speak a lot about day wine.
Yeah.
And so, because you're a special guest, I bought you some wine, if you will.
I
Have some.
will.
Here's for you.
Day wine, thank you so
Darling.
much.
Well, anytime.
Cheers. Thank you so
Of
much,
course.
Gina.
Lovely to
Very
have
thoughtful.
you. Lovely to have you. I love that you speak a lot about being single. You're sort of talking about being single and special,
Yeah.
being a single mother, all things that are really great. And then you recently revealed that you have rekindled with an ex of yours, your first love.
So all along, I think that there's vulnerability in the way that I talk about being single because I carry on falling in love with men by accident. In this special, I am very happy to be single and just loving it. And then, yeah, I bumped into my first love from when I was like 16. And I did really always like him. So
Yeah.
now we're sort of back together. But again, I do have issues. When I was 16, I didn't own a home that he could wreck.
Yeah.
But now I do.
But not exactly.
Yeah.
What was that experience like also running into...
Sexually, it was amazing. Because we dated each other when we were 16, and I don't really think 16-year-olds should be sexually active necessarily. Looking back, I'm a bit like,
100% agree, also looking back.
yeah, I'm like, oh, what were we doing?
Yeah.
But he was good then and he's good now.
Okay.
Like, great.
Yes.
And even my mother was like, finally she's getting some decent dick in her life.
Getting dick down like she deserves.
Right. Whew. And it's like, that's just something that I'm happy for the Netflix audience to know.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So what's a British word or phrase that you've adopted since living in the UK?
Ooh, I love taking the mick.
Oh yeah, taking the pick is a really good
I
one.
love a piss take.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is just how I speak now. I don't have a British accent, but I definitely say
Yeah,
British
it's interesting.
things.
Actually, earlier you said slagging off, and I was like, that is very British.
Oh, love slagging off. I love wind your neck in.
Oh,
People like, she really needs to wind her neck
Who
in.
are you hanging out with?
A lot of people who put me in my place. Wind your neck in. Love that.
Good. Okay. All right. So imagine this. This is actually not that hard to imagine, right? The world is ending. Right. World is ending. You have one last meal to eat before you die, right? Before you're out the game. Catch is, you're in England, so it has to be a British meal. What's the last meal you're eating?
Well, I think the national dish is curry, isn't it? So does that count? And it's not super British,
No, not at all.
but they have it.
But they-
It is their national dish. I would not eat like speckled dick or whatever it's called,
Yeah,
and like weird.
spotted dick.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't eat that. I don't eat any bread ever. I would never eat a Scotch egg. I don't eat pork. I wouldn't eat red meat.
bread?
No,
What about like a sandwich?
no.
What about different types of bread? Ciabatta.
I never had it. I won't have pizza. I just really hate bread. I know. I should be a lot skinnier.
No.
I don't eat it. No pastries, no donuts. Like, no, I hate it. I really hate it. It gives
Chocolate
me.
croissant from bread.
Never had it.
I actually can't believe
No, I
that.
don't like it.
That's amazing.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, it is quite cool. I
It's
thought
like a
that's
really
superpower.
interesting quirk about me. No, but I've been like that since I was a little kid.
One of the things that myself and many people say that they really like about you and they're inspired by is your amount of confidence. You have a lot of
I
confidence.
do, yeah.
And it seems to me that you give many fucks, but you also don't give many fucks at all. You're like, I'm me and that's it. So what advice would you give someone who's looking to give less of a fuck? Asking for a friend, also me.
Also you. Okay, so
Yeah.
you should definitely give all the fucks about the things that are important.
Right.
You know, like your values and your friends and your family. You know, that's good to give fucks about. But I think my confidence comes from ambivalence. Like, I don't care about most things. I really don't. I know that if this special goes out and everyone hates it, then that would be a bad thing. But in the end, I would still live another day.
Yeah.
And I just feel so grateful. It's not funny, but I just feel like grateful every day that I'm alive. I just feel really happy, genuinely all the time. Sometimes in a bad mood, you know, I menstruate.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I never worry about the things that won't matter. I used to argue with partners and go, but you don't understand because you slept with the hooker and that was wrong.
Right.
And now I think, I don't care if he knows it's wrong.
Very specific example.
Yeah, that happened. And then also, the reason that I have confidence on stage to do this job is just that my mother, she didn't realize her full potential and she feels really like, oh, I can't do that, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And that always bothered me. I thought, we're like dying on a spinning rock. You might as well just try to do everything that makes you happy, everything that you want to do. Try to be a good person, and that's it.
That was so nice and positive.
It's so true.
So much positivity without eating bread. Like, I need to be like you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy, but maybe it's because I drink in the day.
Yeah. What's a topic that you could talk about for hours and hours and never get bored?
I think the Kardashians are a subject that I keep talking about only because it bothers me so much that it's fashionable to dislike them.
Yes.
It's so fashionable to be like, oh, what do they even do? I can't listen to that anymore because each of them have multiple companies and corporations that they are CEOs of. The Kardashians are far more benevolent than any politician right now, most any politician right now. And now Kim Kardashian is getting like wrongfully incarcerated people out of jail to make up for the fact that her father got O.J. Simpson not in jail.
It's so funny.
Do you know what I mean? Kim's like, uh-oh.
She's like, I've got to right some wrongs.
Yeah. She's like, I can't get murderers out of jail if
What's a common assumption that's made about you?
I think people, sometimes I'll do shows that aren't necessarily stand-up. I'll do some presenting and they'll say, now we know you're really mean. Like, try not to be so mean and so aggressive and so nasty. And I'm really not. I mean, I don't even think my stand-up is mean. You know, if I were a woman singing a song, people would be able to digest that better than a woman. Like, as soon as you hold a microphone and you're in an alpha position, it's not a man position to be a comedian, but it is certainly alpha. You're the only one in the room allowed to talk and you're speaking about political things or just your opinions. That right away is like, oh, well, she's really, or they think I'm like hard work. They're like, hard work? My boyfriends have not had hard work from me. Like, the worst thing that can happen to any one of my boyfriends is that, like, what? My driver was rude to them. My, like, thread count's too high on the sheets they sleep in for free. Like, I'm zero work, zero maintenance. And, like, I just don't understand why we get painted with that brush so easily. I mean, it's fun. People can think what they want, but, I mean, I'm easy.
Yeah. You seem easygoing.
Yeah.
Kind, collected, you know?
Right.
How much of your comedy and the things that you speak about in the special and otherwise, how much of that is real? How much of that is exaggerated? Because I really would like to know whether you actually called your grandmother a whore.
Oh, well, that story is true. Yeah, I didn't know what a whore was, and I overheard my parents arguing. And the word whore, I mean, was thrown around. I didn't know what it meant. I could tell my mom didn't like being called it.
Right.
And I thought to myself, well, what would be a good thing to say right now? So I said to my dad, Nana's a whore. What do you think of that? And I was wrong. My Nana's totally not a whore.
Right.
And by comparison, my mother definitely was a whore. So that was my bad on that occasion. A lot of my special is definitely true about me. So I think the challenge that I've always found in comedy is to tell the truth, my truth.
Right.
I just try to change things about other people, but still tell a central truth. I always feel like it's the opposite of what a politician does. So a politician will tell tiny things that are sort of true if you pick them out to illustrate this big lie, to help them tell a big lie. I'm always telling a big truth and then sort of changing. Like Japan, I talk about Japan. It wasn't Japan, but it was somewhere else.
Oh,
but I mean, I kind of want to.
It's still the same story.
It's the same story. I just want to protect people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Netflix show?
Oh yeah, I have so many favorite Netflix shows. I really love Dead to Me.
Oh my gosh, same.
And I love Christina Applegate.
Yeah,
I loved her.
She's so good in it.
She's incredible in everything.
Yeah, that's very true.
They have a little dance sequence. She just pulls all her talents out of the bag.
Yeah,
I fully believe that she was like, by the way, I'm a great dancer. And then they were like, let's add that in. She's just such a child star that didn't go off the rails. Just so mentally well by the looks of it.
What is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
I don't know. I really much I lay it out on the table, don't I?
Yeah, you do, to be honest. You're quite open and honest.
I am. I think I'm less fun than people assume. Yeah, people will say, I'd love a night out with you, love to go out drinking with you. They think I'm promiscuous and I go out and drink a lot and I'm loud. I never go out and drink, ever. If I do, it'll be once a year for my friend's birthday. And then I get ejected for dancing on. I always like to dance up high.
Yeah, so like a table bar.
Yeah, but that, they're like, ma'am, you're in a Greg's. And then I just like to dance up high.
This is the Burger King.
Yeah. Get out of here. And I've never taken drugs and I don't party. I'm just at home. And that's why I like to have a glass of wine at lunch or something. Yeah, but maybe we shouldn't tell people that. Maybe they should think I'm fun.
Yeah, let's keep the illusion.
Yeah, I'm really fun. I'm crazy. I don't even know, like, I was wearing this last night, and then I just rocked up here today. Yeah, I'm so crazy. Fun.
This was a pleasure chatting.
Yeah, a pleasure chatting to you, Gina.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers. You asked me questions that no one's asked me before.
You hear that? Give me a raise. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.